Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to another episode of Hot Wheels Mustangs. In previous episodes, we covered the 1968, 1970, and 1971 Mustangs, and Mattel took a 4-year break before coming out with its next Hot Wheels Mustang, and that is the 1975 Mustang Stalker. Now, this particular model became very popular because it looks so much like a real Mustang. And it was part of the Flying Colors series in 1975. And so, 75 was a year of red, white, and blue and lots of color other than that. So everything was colorful in 1975. And the cars came out in either yellow with orange and magenta stripes, yellow with red and blue stripes, or white with red and blue stripes. They all had black interior. And of course, they all had red line tires. So my first Mustang Stalker was this blue one here in the lower left. Unfortunately, it had been hand painted over, and I knew it was yellow underneath because of the peeling paint. And I wasn't too excited about it. I don't remember where I got it. I'm sure I picked it up online somewhere for not very much. But it was my first Mustang Stalker, and I really didn't want to restore them. I'm not a real fan of restored Hot Wheels, and you have to be careful online when you buy cars because most people are honest and they'll list them as a restored Hot Wheels car, and they look perfect. So that should be the first giveaway, especially if they're not in a blister pack. But there are some people out there who will sell it as an original at a raised price, when in reality it's been taken apart and repainted and new parts put in. So it's not historically correct, but it does look nice. So, I held on to this blue car just because it was a 1975 Mustang Stalker. There is some history there. Somebody painted it and thought that was really cool. And I get it, right? That could have been me when I was 9 years old. I could have painted the car blue because I liked blue better than yellow, perhaps. So now I decided to go ahead and restore the car because I wanted to try it, and it was the perfect opportunity to tear a car apart that I didn't really care about. So if I messed up, not a big deal, but I certainly didn't want to take another car that was 30, 40, 50 years old and drill it apart, take it apart, and mess it up. So my first restoration, I went ahead and took it apart. I don't have video of that here. I should come up with that at some point. I have some video and some photos. But basically what I did is I flipped it over, used the drill press, drilled the two posts out, which released the body and all the parts came apart. And there are places online that you can buy new plastic, new glass, new wheels, new axles. So I went ahead and did that, and because the car was pretty much ruined, I didn't care so much. And the car is right here. The second one on the screen here is the same exact car. I'm really excited with the results. Will I restore another one? I doubt it. It was fun. I had to soak the body in like a chemical that would strip the paint all the way down to the bare metal, and then I used sandpaper to carefully get rid of any residue, any leftover. The inside is still new. I didn't buy the seats, and that kind of stuff is still the original. But the axles and the wheels and the decals are new. So yes, you can buy all that stuff online. So the glass is perfect. The wheels are perfect. The axles are perfect. I cleaned up the chassis a little bit, but I didn't spray paint it. So if you were to flip that over, it would still look like a 50-year-old Hot Wheels car. And what's exciting, most exciting to me, is that I had 2 of the 3 color combinations. So my other 2 over here on the right. And this is the second one that I purchased. And it it kind of gave me an idea of what this blue one might have looked like, because there was no evidence of what color the stripes were. I saw no stripes when I soaked and got rid of the paint. There was no way to know. So, but this particular car that I found was enamel yellow with red and blue stripes, and with the big numbers, 450 horsepower on the hood. So I love that. And then my third one is in beautiful shape, but it goes back to my point of cars that have been restored but not listed as restored. And so this one, I don't remember what I bought it for, but it just looked like it was in such good shape, and I thought the price was amazing for how good of a shape it was in. And so when I got it, like, the paint is perfect. And the only thing that other than the paint being perfect, the only thing that gave it away is whoever did the restoration didn't do as good of a job as I did, because the axles are too long in the back and the wheels rattle back and forth. They're too long. I've never seen a Hot Wheels car with that wide of an axle. So I'm not sure what they used for the axles, but they were too long, and it's clearly a restoration. And so kind of a bummer. But so here in this 1975 Hot Wheels Mustang category, I have one that I know is original, the yellow one here in the middle with the red and blue. I've got this white one with red and blue that has been restored. And then I've got this other one that, hey, since I had these two color combinations when I ordered the decals, I went ahead and got the magenta and orange, which is an interesting color combination. And so I do have all three color combinations that are available for that year, but I don't feel all that good about it because they're not necessarily original, other than the one in the middle. But it's still a fun collection, and I'm excited to have all three cars sitting on my shelf for me to look at. And I've got someone else's restoration to compare to my restoration, compared to an original 1975 Mustang Stalker. And you will see this model of Hot Wheels Mustang again in future castings, which we will cover soon when I see you next time around. And so our next year of Mustang will be the 1976. And it's a Mustang Stalker. So stay tuned to find out what they came out with next. So for now, Mr. Johns is out.